Hi guys, welcome to our video. Today we're going to be talking more about different positions in soccer. So usually in a typical game there's going to be 11 players. One of them will be the goalkeeper, and the formation that they usually hold is a 4-4-2. So this is when there's one goalkeeper, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and then 2 forward or strikers. So today we're going to be talking more about what each of those positions hold, what they're responsible for, and I hope you enjoy. So this is the example of the 4-4-2 setup. You can see that the number 1 would be the goalie, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are where the defenders are, 6, 8, 10, and 11 are the midfielders, and 7 and 9 are the strikers. The first position we'll talk about is the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the last line of defense who protects the net and can stop the opponent from scoring. They are the only player allowed to use their hands and arms for blocking or picking up the ball, and are given a limited space to do so. They often wear a different colored jersey so they are easily seen and have more flexibility in their uniform. The next position are the defenders. These are the field players closest to the net. More specifically, there can be center backs, fullbacks, wing backs, and one sweeper. Their responsibility includes protecting the goalie, blocking shots, and stopping the other team's offensive players from passing, receiving, shooting, and scoring. The center back will usually play middle of the rear defensive line. In a 4-4-2 formation, they'll have 2 center backs which will hang back to protect the goalie. A fullback is the rear defenders on the left and right sides of the field, also referred to as outside fullbacks. They usually play wide to protect the sides of the field, but can also assist with protecting the center as needed. These players will often move up and down the field to help with offensive plays. The wing-back position defends like other defensive backs, but is more of an offensive position like a winger. They play wide left and right, running up and down the field. This position requires a lot of stamina and can be physically demanding compared to other positions. The sweeper isn't as common nowadays, but when used, this player positions themselves between the goalie and the main defensive line. Their job is to sweep up any balls that get past the defensive backs, while they typically stay behind the other defenders. They can also help take the ball up in the field in an offensive push. The next position we'll talk about are the midfielders. Obviously, the midfielders or halfbacks play mostly in the middle of the field. They help transition the ball and make sure everything is moving smoothly. The defensive midfielder, also known as the holding midfielder, play directly in front of the offenders. Their responsibilities include keeping the ball outside of their zone, intercepting the other team's passes, getting the ball away from the opponent, and helping their offensive line by keeping the ball in the other team's zone, managing rebounds, and passing forward. The central midfielder is a different role. They are considered the most hardworking because depending on where the ball is, the player has to play either offensively or defensively. They're often the ones where the ball gets passed to most often, so it's important that they have great passing and handling skills. When on attack, they often take long shots on the goal to help the offense. The attacking midfielder sits between the midfield and offensive lines. They're often closer to the goal and have great scoring and dribbling skills. This position is often seen as the conductor in offensive plays, directing the ball and creating scoring opportunities. The left and right midfielder, also known as the wingers or outside midfielders, are the players that stay wide and help pull the opponent's defense to the outside to create space for their offensive line. They should have strong 1v1 skills as they'll have to get around the other team's left and right fullbacks and or wingbacks. These players most likely won't have the ball much during the game, but will instead look for ways to transition the ball forward by cross passes to offensive teammates or by taking shots on goals themselves. They must hustle and have plenty of stamina to keep up with the game. Due to their role in the field, wingers are sometimes grouped into offensive or forward positions. The final position we'll talk about are the offensive soccer positions. The forwards or strikers are the primary attackers and play closest to the opponent's goal. Their main objective is to score as often as possible and are usually the quickest on the field and must have exceptional ball control. They should be able to take a shot from all angles, even directly off a pass. It's also important that any offensive player avoids being offside at any time. For offensive soccer positions, there's center forward, striker, and second striker. The center forwards and strikers mostly focus on scoring, whether this means dribbling past opponents when they have the ball or ensuring they stay open for a pass when they don't. As for the striker, this player positions themselves nearest to the other team's goal in front of the center forward. Obviously, their primary role is to score. Their teammates will try to pass to them often, and there is constant pressure from the other team's defense, so they should be fast enough to outrun the defenders and possess quick footwork and precise ball handling to be most effective. When the other team's defense is in possession of the ball, strikers should apply pressure to increase the defender's chances of making a mistake. If there is a second striker involved, they usually sit right behind the center forward and are mainly responsible for setting up scoring opportunities for other attackers. They should be able to shield the ball from the other team and hold them off while waiting for their teammates to position themselves for a good shot. With any offense position, second strikers should shoot on goal when they have the chance and possess good ball skills. Heading can also be very important in this position. I hope this helped in clarifying all the different positions there are in soccer. Thanks for watching.